occupying wooden buildings, temporary wooden buildings. Then Mr. Jefferson said we need to build a Capitol here, a permanent building. So the directors of public works started the lowest level, the basement of the building. Mr. Jefferson is then sent over to France to be minister to France. He's there to replace Benjamin Franklin, who's getting old, wants to return back to America. Benjamin Franklin has spent years getting help from the French to help our revolution. Mr. Jefferson almost immediately gets a letter from the directors of public works. We respect you, Mr. Jefferson, as a wonderful architect. Please send us the plans for our new Capitol. Mr. Jefferson meets with a French architect, Clearaceau, who tells him about a Roman temple in Nîmes, France, about 400 miles south of Paris. It is a temple made in AD 56. Mr. Jefferson starts using the plans for the temple as inspiration for the capital for the Commonwealth of Virginia. He does not copy it exactly. He adapts the plan. He turns what is a Roman temple into a working capital. He and Mr. Clearaceau prepare the final drawings. They send them over here to Richmond to build the Capitol. Mr. Jefferson realizes people here in Virginia have never built this type of classical architecture. Classical, meaning long-lasting, Greek, Roman. So he has the model over here, made 1786. The model is made to help the people here turn the two-dimensional plans into a three-dimensional building. The model goes back to 1786. This is a copy of the original. The copy is hardly 17 years old. This is all handmade. They use computers, all kinds of modern equipment to make the copy.
And what is it made out of?
Plaster, I think there might be a piece of iron to hold it together. Wood, sort of like thin cut wood, a lot of plaster. And you look behind it, if you squeeze behind it, it's a cutaway, it's a builder's model. It's not like a playhouse so much as a playhouse is often cut like that. It's to show the people. And notice there's no dome on top of the model. No dome on top of our Capitol. Mr. Jefferson thought domes were fine where they should be, on his home at Monticello, for instance. But in this case, please don't put a dome. But we have the dome inside. You probably saw it earlier. It's all inside, not on the outside. Here is a adaptation of one of Mr. Jefferson's famous works, the Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1776. This is an 1818 version. The original is up at the archives in Washington, D.C. The original does not have all that trim at the top, all that special embroidery.
Is that the actual size of